Hello everybody, my name is Wendigogurt and welcome back to another Subnautica video. It's going to be a similar layout to last time. If you enjoyed the video, please leave a like and thank you for supporting my channel. And I want you guys to know that I really appreciate it when you guys watch my videos because it makes me feel like all the effort I put into them is finally being relieved. Enjoy the video, consider leaving a like and subscribe. Hey guys, so leaving off where we left off last time. So we come out of the pod, right? We go down, we're looking for materials, and, well, we go through this little area right here. But we got the materials we need to make the moon pool. Not yet, really. We still gotta go to the fabricator and stuff. But first, we gotta make the fabricator. You know what I'm saying? So we gotta make everything. But before we do that, we have to put in a bioreactor. We have to put in a bioreactor in order to power things. I put it the wrong way, so I put it back down and turn it the right way. I place it towards the door, that way I don't waste any energy trying to figure out if it's active or not. That way I can just look over. If it's green, it's active. If it's red, it's inactive. So, the lubricant I dropped last episode, I pick up to go make the bioreactor. But before that, I gathered materials just to finish it off, right? And so I'm starting to craft it, right? And now that the bioreactor is crafted, I need materials for it. So I figured, why not creepvine? Creepvine samples are abundant, and you only need 4 of them. So I headed out to get some creepvine. After coming back with the creepvine, I realized that I only had 3, which is okay for now. So I just shove them in there real good. And I just leave the area for now, looking at it, just admiring my achievement. Next, I try to build the moon bay. I finished the compartment that I tried to do last time, and after I finished it, I realized I gotta put the moon bay in now, so it'll connect. So, I put the moon pool. So, I kinda messed around with the schematic for the moon pool for a minute. And I realized eventually that I'm stupid, like always. Just enjoy the moment how I'm being stupid. Then I realize I'm wasting precious materials on this basic compartment, so I just undo the schematic for the compartment and the moon pool. Next, I connect the moon pool like it's supposed to go. And then I have to go get air before I drown, because that would be really embarrassing to drown in hardcore mode. While I'm in here, I finish off all the schematics I laid down earlier. If you didn't see me lay them down, that's because I was operating off camera, because I figured you guys didn't want to see that. I couldn't finish the fabricator all the way, so the next thing I do is I go out and I try to finish the fabricator. But I'm looking around trying to figure out what I need to do. Considering the fact that I'm about to put a moon pool in, I decided to put down a hull reinforcement, because we all know the moon pool wears down on the hull. So we're just going to place down like 2 reinforcements and call it good with the reinforcement for now. So I don't have enough titanium anymore, so I come back with some titanium and I finish it off. So I enter the base once more and I kind of look around for a minute, trying to figure out what my next move is, and I realize I have materials for the fabricator, so I finish the fabricator. I can now craft more titanium, which I'll use to make 1 titanium ingot. After finishing the titanium ingot, I headed out for more supplies. I come back to my sea moth. As there's only 5 minutes left on the timer before the sunbeam arrives, I figured I wanted to be there. My water is extremely low, and I won't be able to stay there for long and check out the facility. I'll have to come back later to forward the story. You can see my water. I'm going to come back prepared eventually, and I'm going to forward the story more. Because if you didn't notice in my inventory, I picked up the purple tablet a little while back just to save some time. I kind of swam over there, and I picked it up, and I headed back to base. So here I am just watching, and I was wondering why it was doing this exact thing. I was wondering why it did that. So like any natural person, I assumed my game was glitchy. And then I realized very shortly that there was no audio playing, and I thought my game was about to crash, because this has happened to me once before. Then I realized very stupidly it didn't start at 40 seconds, it started at 20. The audio started playing. So I'm frantically looking around for the sunbeam, trying to figure out where it is so I can watch the whole event. This is a sad event, yes, but it's entertaining, nonetheless. Their bloodshed fuels me for the rest of my journey. So I watch it until it comes down, and I see that all my hopes and dreams gets destroyed in a matter of 2 or 3 seconds. And now I'm not gonna lie to you guys, you are my loyal viewers, I kind of have a boner from that explosion. Anyway, I back away slowly, trying to savor every moment I can, and I turn around and head back to my sea moth to go back to base to make some water. You're probably wondering what I'm doing at this table coral. Well, giant coral too, my bad, I'm stupid again. Anyway, as you can see my water, this is from me just getting back from the big death explosion holocaust thing over there. So I kind of just back away and I go and try and make some water. Some purified water with bleach, because it gives you 2 bottles of 12-ounce bottles. So that is something I really need right now. So I head towards it and I just get to work on it. I see I need bleach, and then I remember I need to craft the bleach first. So I go down to the bleach and I craft it. While waiting for it to craft, I turn on the radio and listen. Something about a life pod or something or the other, but it really wasn't. It was a alien threatening to kill me and all my friends, which is very normal. Very normal, apparently. Anyway, after this alien gets done yabbing his mouth, I kind of look around in my inventory for a while, looking at all the copper I have, just admiring it, because God knows anyone who plays Subnautica, it's probably the most one thing they rage at is copper. Everything else is fun to find, but copper for some damn reason never pops up. So you always look for the reef backs in the plateau. I'm creating a bunch of titanium, and I believe I create 1 ingot. Now I have enough to create the moon pool. Exactly what I wanted. Exactly after I got back. So I go down and I make the moon pool. Sort of. I still need lubricant and plenty of other supplies. I grabbed 2 acid mushrooms for a battery for my Sea Glide, because if you didn't know by now, my Sea Glide has no energy in it, if you couldn't look at the 0% or exchange energy resource. So I make another battery and kind of slide that bad boy into my Sea Glide. After I figure out I'm stupid, of course. Anyway, go down, get battery. I was contemplating whether making copper wire or not, but I decided not to, as that would be a sin, and wire is used for batteries, and no one likes wire. What the frick am I saying? Anywho, let's just move on. I get out of my life pod, and I start heading out towards the big blue unknown. Not knowing what I'm doing next, I'm getting established of what I'm trying to do. I realize that I need lubricant, and the only way to get lubricant is to harvest seed clusters. So I head back to base, and I go back inside my base, and I go and make my lubricant. My sweet, sweet lube. My lube. Gotta have lube, you know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying, bro? You know what I'm saying? You gotta have your lube. Yep. After crafting my lube, I have to look around for something else to do. So I exit my base, and I can finally finish my moon pool. Now that the moon pool is finished, I kind of admire how my base is turning out. I go back in, and I look for a minute in my thing where I can do oxygen. I figure I'm going to place some more reinforcement down, because the moon pool does wear away at the hole, and I'm plan on adding more extensions soon. I look around the moon pool. At this moment, I realized I don't have a single thing that will help me get my sea moth any better. So naturally, what I do is I get in my sea moth and I enter the moon bay. After I get in the moon pool, I quickly get out and I equip my... No, I don't equip it. I search through my inventory for my repair tool. After I come across my repair tool, I kind of equip it. It takes me a minute to find it because you know I'm stupid. I get my repair tool, and I look at my sea moth with very, very closed eyes. And I repair my sea moth. Right after it's repaired, I kind of just admire it for a second, thinking of all the progress I've made so far. Back up, get a rear view of that baby. I'm looking up a tutorial on how to get the upgrade console. I figure out it's over by LifePod 19. I've known this before, I've just forgotten, as it's been almost a year since I've played Subnautica. Well, all the way through anyway. So I head out to gather some materials before the big trip. I figure I need to fill up on food and water before I leave, that way I don't have to worry about it while I'm there. Because eating raw fish or anything you come by out in the wild is pretty hard. This asshole starts farting on me and I can't get anything really good to eat. I struggle with this peeper for a minute, and I grab it eventually, but it does take longer than usual. I grab 2 peepers on accident. So I start heading away because I got gassed. So after I cooked all my food, I filled up on all my resources, that way I could go and stay there and loot for a while. Because Subnautica is literally sometimes a looter. You gotta loot as much as you can, so that way you don't have to go back later. Especially in hardcore, where you gotta worry about death. Because if you die in hardcore, I believe you lose everything in your inventory forever. And you gotta work from the very beginning. I will show you guys a clip from it at the end of the series. Of me dying. Not in this playthrough, of course, in a previous playthrough. In hardcore mode. So, I go over and I look for a light blue data box. I found it. I open it, it is what I was looking for. It was the vehicle upgrade console. I was originally planning on going all the way down to LifePod 19 until I saw this light blue data box. I look around, noticing all the materials that I could loot. After looting for about 10 minutes, I kind of go back to my base and re-enter the moon pool. Right after that, I get my habitat builder out, after being stupid, again. And I go over to the vehicle upgrade console and I place it down on the other end of the moon pool. After doing that, I construct only one piece. I don't have the materials for it yet, so that's what I do. I go gather materials. I found a scanner room fragment while looking for some of the titanium. And I finished the upgrade console after gathering a couple more materials. I've used the fabricator and check it out for a bit. Now I'm planning on doing the top 3 upgrades in the sonar. But considering that I've already played this game and I know where most everything is, I don't plan on really putting in the sonar. Maybe hull reinforcement. So that's what I do. I look through my inventory once more, looking for something to do. I put in the scanner room so I can find some titanium for the modification of the hull reinforcement. Depth module. My bad, I'm stupid. If you see me rat on myself a lot, that's just because I'm kind of messing up and I gotta make it somehow comedic. Anyway, I could only partially repair the scanner room, so I go back out and look for some materials to repair it all the way. So now I have all the materials I need and I'm repairing the scanner room. Well, making the scanner room. And now that I have the scanner room, I head out and go look in the scanner room and see what I need to do. I go in here. As I've played this game before, I notice the module holes are empty and it pisses me off just a little bit. So I look through them and see what I need to do. I always have these 3 go-to modifications. I always do speed twice, and I always do distance twice, and speed once, and the rest of them once. So I look for what I need. I need metal salvage and cave sulfur. So I just went out and looked for metal salvage first. After I crafted the metal salvage, I could finally create one more titanium ingot for the depth module. Now that I have the titanium ingot, I need glass. So I headed over to my storage to grab some glass and came back. That's the next clip. Now that I have the glass, I could now make it into the glass, and glassity glass. If you're wondering what I'm doing over here, I was gathering materials for my diamond cutter, and that's going to be it. I was gathering materials. This is it for this video. I hope you guys enjoyed, And thank you, and goodbye. Leave a like, subscribe, and see you next time.